Hello, denizens of the internet. This is Kiru Una coming to you today, and today I'm going to show you how to import images into Such Art. Come with me on this little digital adventure. You may have seen a couple of videos where I've imported something into Such Art to color in, or to scan and color, or to enhance a particular piece of artwork. Like the one that I did for a live stream where I was painting a commission for someone. Now, with that said, keep in mind, I do not condone this use for AI. Yes, it is your computer. You can do whatever with your computer that you want to. And this is specifically for a Windows PC. And I'm currently using Windows 10 for anybody who is wondering. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your Windows file trees. You're going to want to look up your specific username, and you're going to want to look up this specific file called AppData. It is a hidden file, so you will need to know how to go into your Windows account and unhide some of your files. Then once you reach your AppData file, you're going to want to go into what's called local low. Then you're going to want to look up Vulgi, Such Art, and then go into your saves. Then you're going to have a bunch of slots. All of these slots are your game slots in order in the game, in the order that you save them in. So slot 0 is at the top, slot 11 is towards the bottom. Now for that particular file, I saved it in slot 4. So we're going to open up slot 4. We're going to go into maps. So if you take a look, you'll see the numbers of the canvases that you've got, but you'll also see sort of where the edge of the spray that I put down is, and then you'll see the same thing on here. All of these are the different layers of your one specific canvas file. And then if you use any neon colors, that's also going to bleed through as well. Any photo editing software that you can use for any of these files, you're going to want to make sure that you can save it as a PNG file. What you can do is open up your editing program, and what I'll probably do is I'll use GIMP, because GIMP is free, it's open source, and anybody can use it. So here we have GIMP, and I'm going to take my file from the folder. I'm not going to change the name of the file. Whatever you do, do not change the name of the file. I'm just going to drag it into GIMP, like so. Now I'm just going to take a minute and scroll through Tumblr under the user and blog called Color Palettes, see what I can pull up, what I like. Still Light After Sunset, that sounds like a nice one. Now keep in mind, I'm still learning how to use GIMP properly, but I'm getting the hang of it, sort of. So you want to keep your bounding box kind of in the middle. And what I'll do is I'll tend to wipe it out by using just an eraser tool. Yes, I take my sweet time doing this sort of thing, but you know what? Sometimes it's just worth it doing it the long way. So I'll just pull the color into GIMP. So I'll use Still Light After Sunset first. Plop that down. Actually, let's do invert. And just so that I have my bounding box, I'm just gonna... And again, because this is just a game, you don't have to be exact. There we go. And we'll just fill that in with some black. Just so it looks like the rest. Boop. Okay, and then we'll call this the name that it's called. I said we'll make that white. There we go. And I like to make it easier to read, so I'll use Century Gothic. Would help if I could spell sunset right. So now that we have all of our layers, we're going to merge everything down so that way we have our palette. And again, we are not changing the name of the file. Okay? Okay. Make sure you use the export function if you're using GIMP. Again, we're not changing the name of the file. We're going to save it as it is. And you're going to replace it. Just keep the settings as it is. Export it. And then if you take a look, it's right here. And there we have one of our palettes all ready to use. So we can bring this just over to the station if we want to. It looks a little dark, but let me see if I can brighten that up. Just because of how the file saved, it was a little weird. There we go, that's better. And all I used was the solvent just to run it over the whole thing. I mean, if you don't protect the surface, you can wind up smudging it. So what you want to do is grab your surface protector thingy and protect it so you can't smudge it later. And then I'll just huck that over there. And I'll bring this over to our palette room so we can use this for later. To go along with the rest of the palettes that are on my wall. So I'm just gonna go import the rest of them and I will come back when they're done. Okay, so now we are back in the game and you can see there is Snickering About Orchids, Still Light After Sunset, and Signal Lost. Now the cool thing is you can come in with your color picker and select the colors that you want from your palette. And I'm just gonna leave Snickering About Orchids on the wall here for a second, and I will grab one of my floaty palettes. Now I've only picked 4 out of the bunch of colors just for this little demonstration, but this goes to show the kind of level of color accuracy you can get. So there's the green. Splurp that onto the canvas. I'll just chuck that over there. And then we've got the yellow. And then we've got Did I accidentally pick the same color twice? No, it's slightly different color. That one's like a green, this one's a little bit more yellow. And then we've got that kind of peachy color, and we'll splurt that on there too. So there you have your limited palette, so then that way you can make art with it by pulling up a fresh canvas and then just selecting the colors. And that's several of the ones from that specific palette. I hope this helps you out in regards to the game, to use it as a paint program rather than just as a game on its own, and to showcase this kind of versatility that you can use to continue to create fantastic works in such art, or just to use as an art program for your own designs. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.